However, the problems faced will only make you stronger, for you are forced to learn and change. So enjoy the story of your life. When you come to a crossroad, don't stop, but face the challenges that come your way and turn them into opportunities. Take a minute to embrace both the small and the big moments, because without memory of the past, we cannot fully appreciate the future. It is believed that the biggest flaw in life is that it is too short. However, life is only that short if we wait too long for it to begin. We are not just now entering the real world. Our lives are not just beginning. Rather, we are simply taking on new responsibilities and experiencing life from a new perspective. We are not beginning a new story, but merely advancing on to the next page. Wherever you go, use these past 4 years to your advantage. Use your failures and successes as a compass to help guide you wherever your journey may go. Use your experiences to change the way you view the world and to seek forgiveness for the wrongs you may have done. In time, you may not remember your whys or what-ifs, but you will remember the good moments, filled with joy and happiness. So find your happiness. Face each day with a positive attitude and choose the path you love. Thank you, and congratulations, graduating class of 2016.
I am honored to introduce senior class speaker, Howard Zane.
Look at all you beautiful people out there. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the graduation ceremony of Canton's class of 2016. It is today that we as students, parents, teachers, and administrators come together to reflect on the collective success of our education so far and close this chapter of our story so that we can move on to the next. It's funny how different we are now from the freshmen who first walked through the doors of Canton High School. I recently asked some of my friends if they remember what it was like being a ninth grader. One of them said, "I didn't know that the pit was literally a pit right outside the school store." Another one said, "You know, I definitely ran on the path, like at least twice or something." The best part of a conversation was when someone said, "You know, I remember you as a freshman, Howard. I'm so glad you don't see the word swag so much anymore." Thank goodness we've all grown since then. I want to take a moment to thank the parents, teachers, the counselors, and administrators who have made this development possible. Because without your guidance, none of us would be here today. There's a famous quote that goes, "A lot of people have gone farther than they thought they could because someone else thought they could." You support us through the numerous activities, and for that, we are truly grateful. As a sophomore in me would say, it's been hype. Of course, I also want to thank Netflix, as I think all of us want to thank Netflix. Big shout out there. And I want to thank HelpChat too. Well, sorta. And finally, I want to thank you, Mr. Hellherd, for gracing us when you hit the whip at the pep assembly. Honestly, it made my day. Canton class of 2016. Today is our day. Hopefully, you're all feeling strong, confident, and accomplished, because that is what you all truly are. This is the first ever graduating class of STEM, IB, and Arts Academy students. We laughed as we looked back at the Lip Dub video from 2 years ago, especially those of us who fell in the production. And now we can walk across the platform and declare, "I did it." Or rather, we did it. Let's remember that part of our transformation into young adults came from simply supporting each other. Look around you and you'll see individuals who went through struggles very similar to your own. It's with this group we call seniors that we have finally found our place in the large system of high school. And it certainly was tough, but we learned from our mistakes, we made it work, and we got things done, together. Now, from this point on, things are gonna change. Tomorrow is a crucial day because it is tomorrow that we, for the first time, have the choice to do whatever we choose. We no longer have to do what others think we may do. No, only what we think we should do. So the question remains, what's next? When our time today has come to an end, what will you do? And where will you be? A year from now? How about 5 years? 10 years? These questions are difficult to answer indeed, and they can be kind of scary at times. But let's answer them together. See, change is a funny word. There have been times when things have changed, and we simply made the best of things. I would say transitioning from middle school to high school is a very good example. Other times, though, change can seem like a pretty bad thing. Maybe you come back one summer and you find that all your friends have drifted apart. Or maybe out of the few remaining friends, you find that your classes get switched around and you don't see them anymore. Or maybe something really drastic happens in your family. With every change, however, good or bad, there's always an opportunity to react and always a choice of how to react. And today, I asked the class of 2016 to always try to make the most positive choice. This might seem challenging at first, but I have good news, and then I have even better news. Here's the good news. You've already done this before. When the people of Flint, Michigan no longer had access to clean drinking water, we stepped up. Canton Congress leaders coordinated with the athletic department, and together they organized a water bottle donation event during a boys' varsity basketball game. Canton High School collected more than 500 bottles of water for the people of Flint. See, there was a change, and then there was reaction. And it was only together that we were able to make that difference. So here's the better news. Making a positive choice doesn't have to be grand or affect hundreds of people even. Often, it is the smallest things in life that impact people the most. Maybe you'll find that one day you're at the grocery store and you find that someone dropped all their groceries in the parking lot. That's change. You can either leave them or you can go and help them. And in that single reaction alone, you have made a tremendous impact on that individual. So in the change that we face today at graduation, there's also a choice of how to react. We can take this moment as a certain justification that we've accomplished very much already, and that it is time to start enjoying life. It can all end here. Or we can try to react in a more positive way. We can take today as encouragement that we've accomplished very much already, but that there's still so much more to be done in the world, and that it will be us who will do it. Now for some, that will mean continuing their education. Others will enter military service. Some of you will become our top athletes, actors, composers, and musicians. And I know at least one of you wants to become a politician. But wherever you choose to apply this potential, take this feeling inside, this vibe from today, and hang on to it. Use this passion to drive you to do things that will bring progress and innovation to the world. Respond to change positively, and respond by choosing to do more. Now, the rapper Kanye West once said when accepting a Grammy Award, now let me get my impression on. Everybody wants to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know. Now, I'm certainly not a rapper. My friends will vouch for me on this, but I'm gonna change this up just a little bit. You might wonder, well, what will happen if the class of 2016 does not change the world? I guess we'll never know. Because now, it is our turn to inspire greatness. As the best of the best, we must remember this day as not our last together, but as our first day as real chiefs. We will go on to not only make a difference in the world, but make a difference in people's lives, creating happiness through our actions. Because that's what really matters. Thank you, and go Chiefs.
It gives me great pleasure to introduce the P-CCS Combined Choirs for their number. To ensure clear communication with this social media generation, I want to make sure everyone has the appropriate Snapchat filter turned on and you're using the appropriate hashtag for my address this evening to the Canton class of 2016. I hope to sprinkle in several instances of pop culture that have been requested by this class. For example, it was requested that I dab anytime I make a great point. It was also requested that I mention some popular song hooks, as well as references from the well-known street poet and philosopher, Drake. Well, it has been over 20 years. Hashtag, I'm getting old. Since I've donned the red cap and gown as a graduate of Canton High School. Yes, I've grown a bit. Back then, I looked forward to this moment of the graduation ceremony for the words of inspiration from my principal's address. I know many of you are waiting with tippy-toe anticipation for the words of lifelong inspiration from me so that they may be retweeted over and over in hopes that they may become a trending topic on Twitter. Well, you finally made it. In the words of Drake, you began this journey as freshmen, you started at the bottom, now the whole team is here. The day has arrived that you've longed for. A graduation ceremony is always such a special occasion, the culmination of years of hard work, the actualization of goals obtained, and the acknowledgement of successes achieved. So it is only fitting this evening we commemorate the road that which we have all traveled together these last few years and inspire you for your life ahead. It has been a journey that started with tentative steps, perhaps, but one that has taken us to remarkable heights, as the class of 2016 is undoubtedly one of the best classes to attend the park. Hashtag. Oh, I'm sorry. This year, 182 seniors were awarded the President's Award for Educational Excellence, as well as the Principal's Academic Award. In addition, the class of 2016 has been awarded scholarships which total $7.5 million. In my time as principal of Canton High School, I have been awed by the academic, athletic, philanthropic prowess of this class. This class has 39 students that have earned a 4.0 or higher GPA, 1 National Merit Scholarship winner, 6 National Merit semifinalists, 6 commended students in the National Merit Program, a number of district and regional championships, numerous KLAA titles, along with high distinctions for music and arts programs. Our student organizations flourished and proudly represented our school through community service projects. This year, you contributed $200,000 as a park in donations for various charities and provided 6,000 service hours. Our academic and other related clubs competed and were recognized on a state and national level as well. We've encountered some trials and tribulations along the way, soldiered on, and come out stronger for them. You have survived a lot. Just think of all the dance crazes you made it through in the last 4 years. The jerk, the Dougie, the whip, the nay-nay, and now you're in the midst of the Running Man. Hashtag, I'm old. Because this new Running Man is totally different than the one I did back in the 90s. During those treacherous winter months at the park, you survived more rock salt on the path than there is in the Dead Sea. This was great training for you, as there will be times in your life where you have to take life with a grain of salt. We've experienced exceptional moments, magical moments, created memories that will be fondly remembered in the years ahead. Street poet and philosopher Drake once said, "Oh well, I guess you lose some and you win some, long as the outcome is income. You know I want it all, and then some." I'm sorry. While the idea of material success heavily influences our lives, I encourage you to follow your passion and to help others. But as you move officially into adulthood, you will inherit the problems of the world that were created by generations that preceded you. These problems cannot be solved by the same level of thinking that caused them, but a new level of thinking, new partnerships. Many believe these tasks are impossible to solve, and you may be faced with some things that may seem impossible. It will take collective action by all of you to do the right thing, meaning from time to time challenging the establishment, which at times can be outdated or ill-informed, such as the time you organized via Twitter under the guise of the hashtag Crack the Code, also known as Free the Shoulders. Only to be thwarted by the Canton administration saying you're not in dress code. You need to cut it out all day long, sounding as if we were singing the hook to the popular song by O.T. Genis featuring Young Dolph. You need to cut it. You need to cut it. You need to cut it. Out. As you are faced with these things that look impossible, I hope you will think back to this quote stated by one of the two men I look up to in my life, my dad and Muhammad Ali. Impossible is just a big word thrown around by small men who find it easier to live in the world they've been given than to explore the power they have to change it. Impossible is not a fact, it's an opinion. Impossible is not a declaration, it's a dare. Impossible is potential. Impossible is temporary. Impossible is nothing. Muhammad Ali. As I close this address, when people speak doubt about your hopes and dreams, make sure you continue to speak and keep the faith. When others see small, remember to keep seeing great. For it is time for you to believe in yourself, in your abilities to soar to greater heights. I believe each one of you is destined for great things, and one day all of those possibilities will come together. I wish each and every one of you the happiness of a productive life, the respect of your fellow human beings, and the love of your family. Thank you, class of 2016, for the honor of being your principal these last 3 years. Good luck in all your future endeavors, and congratulations. There will be no more dabbing. We now have come to the central purpose of today's graduation ceremony. The members of the Board of Education will award diplomas to graduating seniors in just a moment. To honor your time, we will call all 500 names of students in pretty rapid succession. As excited as you are for your student, we ask that you hold your enthusiasm until we have heard all the names. Then we'll give the biggest collective cheer that's ever been heard here at EMU. Please respect these students who have been very respectful all along. Respect the dignity of the traditional graduation ceremony. The noise of a celebration is certainly warranted, but it should wait until the proper time. At a time when it seems that society is challenging the norms of a dignified ceremony, I would like to show that Canton Chiefs are leaders. And we can do it the right way, because these students, just like these students, we care about others. So let's get our name readers, Mrs. Smiley and Mr. Ignatia, in place, and our board members ready with the diplomas. I now present to you the members of the Canton High School class of 2016.
To the steps. Howard Zhang.
Camila Rose Malid.
Nathan Timothy Ewell.
Kevin John Bindus.
Jeffrey Liu.
Sarah Ann Miller.
Ashley Marie Daniels.
Isabella Raed Fakuri.
Desiree Maddie Hardaway.
Anna Marie Malajan.
Imani Nicole Askew.
Madeline Lael Damron.
Kyle Donovan Branham.
Brenna Jean Wayne.
Tyler Latrell Dowdell.
Sarah Lynn Whitehead.
Savannah Marie Eldridge Bird.
Kate Elizabeth Fauché.
Alec Jeffrey Grandisa.
Molly Louise Main.
Philip Graham Doran.
Eric James Coman.
Olivia Ashton Cobb.
Brian Michael Newland.
Alexandra Lee Gorham.
Megan O'Neill Meredith.
Alan DeLon Jones Jr.
Maxwell Stewart Reiner.
Benjamin Leonard Epstein.
Matthew Robert Thomas.
Zane Sakib Kara.
Yashpreet Singh Matharu.
Javier Jose Diaz.
Eric Matthew Ropp.
Antoinette Joyce DeSmit.
Jay Sakin.
Kyle Matthew Barsh.